when my son was born, I remember holding him. And I remember being able to breastfeed him, and I remember him screaming and crying, when they got him out and all of that, and how healthy and alert that a newborn can be. And I remember when they brought him back, how all of a sudden he was not able to breastfeed again. And what ended up happening is he almost seemed lifeless. He was very pale. He was non-responsive. Barely awake. And most people are like, well, that's what newborns do because they sleep a lot, And so we were trying to pass it off as that. But, after some time, they were just like the nurses and everybody was getting frustrated that they couldn't figure why he couldn't breastfeed no more. And so they were trying to put the blame on me and, things like that. And so, anyway, he lost that suction power because same thing with all his coordination, with everything to this day is still affected from the beginning, from the get-go of receiving the jabs. He also had yellow jaundice, so they had to keep him in the hospital. I think it was like an extra 2-3 days, maybe. It wasn't too long, to make sure that cleared up and that everything was okay. Which, I'm no scientist, but I can, from the things that I have researched, learned this, that, and the other. And with him, they probably also gave him like ibuprofen and things like that. To me, if I understand correct, now there's going to be nurses and people that could be correcting me, and are going to defend what they're taught and this, that, and the other. That's fine. But if I remember correct, jaundice is either with the kidneys, liver, one of the organs. And if I remember correct, that's also because it's not flushing out. From what I've researched, when you give these jabs, what ends up happening is, like in his case, each time he's been given either Tylenol, ibuprofen, things like that, that stops from filtering out and keeps the jab stuff in. So to me, getting the yellow jaundice afterwards was also a sign of his injuries, and I just didn't know that then. And I haven't been able to really piece that together until now, because again, everything has to slowly be revealed. You have to figure these things out. You have to research. You have to have enough time, to be able to. Now, I don't know exactly, as far as research, how long people have been autistic and this, that, and the other. I don't remember seeing that growing up, except for one boy out of the whole school. My brother, he was Prader-Willi syndrome. And that was due to I don't know of the name. I know it was in 1983. They were using, it was some sort of foam or something to prevent pregnancy. Mom said that later on in a magazine or something, it was talking about that a lot of kids were born Prader-Willi syndrome from that foam. That's why they pulled it off the market. And so that's what my brother was. None of our family members have that. And then here's my son, autistic. Now, the thing is too that in his classroom, like I said, at the time, this would have been in the 80s, there was only one other autistic boy in there. So it would just be one autistic boy in general. Blake? No, not Blake. Blake, I think, was like my brother. There was more actually Prader-Willi and Down syndrome at the time in the 80s for my experience. Now, I think there was a movie in the 70s. There was a couple, I think, that had an autistic kid, and then I think they created like a center, or they created something from it, trying to help in others as well. Okay, so like I said, to me, growing up, it wasn't that much. My son, I'm trying to remember how many in his class. I know there was a girl. I know for sure she was. I think, I don't don't know, I think the girl in the wheelchair might have been, because I started noticing that too. When I saw her, I was like, that's weird. Why is she in a wheelchair? And then my friend, her son, our neighbor, their daughter, also autistic in a wheelchair. And I'm like, this makes a lot of sense because he's had horrible coordination all his life. He doesn't have the proper dexterities and this, that, and the other. So it attacks their strength and everything as well. Like when he goes to open something, for him it's like sideways and it's like different, But for us, we can do that motion, But he's just all, he's trying to figure it out, but it's in a different direction. But it don't matter, like the way he walks and something. He's got like so many scars and stuff. Well, not so many, but I know he has one. I don't know, maybe two. I think he has two, because I think there was at the time. I don't know if it's healed up, but I know he had one. I think going a little down, and then another one going across because he kept falling. And so, just like recently, last year or two, he fell and broke his femur, and so. It's been one thing after another after another. But anyway, so for some reason it also attacks their coordination, strength, and things like that as well. And so I'm trying to, when we do this program, that's one of the first things that comes back for him is his strength, his coordination, dexterity, things he does with his finger, all that stuff starts coming back. Like right now he is so reversed because we have not been on the diet. We have not been on the program or any of that. And that's what I wanted to talk about as well real quick, is that we're going to get back on it. And I wanted to let y'all know that too. So, I'm trying to get to that point. Like it's been one thing after another, and I haven't had any time to be able to just sit down and do that. I don't know how I'm going to get all these other goals and stuff that I have to do to get done. I have no idea. But because it's very time consuming trying to cook and do the juicing twice a day, cook 2, 3, whatever times a day, everything has to be by scratch. So in other words, I can't just heat up a meal, throw it in the microwave, or pop it out of the box, throw it in the microwave, pour milk on cereal. I can't do that kind of stuff. It has to be a complete diet change. Like there is no milk. There is no, we'll get into the diet and everything that's needed. And again, it works. This is not no hocus pocus stuff, boogie woogie woogie, whatever you want to call it, because I figured I might as well use something for Halloween, because Halloween's like right around the corner. So anyway, but with all seriousness, it works. It really does. And that's why I have previous videos. If you go and look at them, I have previous videos. That's what my content for autism is about. Now, I do have gardening with him and things like that as well, so I do teach a little bit with that. I do have other things that I do, like I said, but I'm just focusing more on, like right now, it's like I said, this is autism. I'm trying to stick strictly to that. So, if you have a chance, when you have a chance, check out, our content and everything and see what I'm talking about. I'm hoping to get past these videos so I can have new videos. So I'm trying to get this house tended to, but it's kind of hard because I'm having to cook too much and clean too much and this too much, that too much, just this. It don't end. And I'm too busy to get anything done, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, but I'm trying. I just have to keep going. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to mention as far as all that. And so yeah, basically I'm fixing to be updating y'all, letting y'all know when we do start, and maybe I can share some recipes, because I got to figure this out too. And so if you're kind of in the same boat or needing something like that, it's pretty much kind of like an organic keto, paleo type diet, but without any milk type products. There's certain things like I'm supposed to figure out how to do the grams of sugar, because we're trying to target and work on the yeast overgrowth, and there's other aspects as well, like staph and this, that, and the other. And so the food helps go with while we're trying to work with these other aspects. Again, I will have content focused explaining this stuff more in detail. I'm just trying to put what I can think of right now out there, And like I said, just one day at a time. And I'm just going to keep making these videos, and anything that I just think of, I'm just going to pretty much make these videos and go from there. But we need y'all's help, seriously. We need either donations, prayers, shares, love, support, whatever that you can do, however you can do it. Please definitely help us out. I want to help others have hope. I want them to know that you can recover from autism. You can. I want to be able to see this myself. Like, I've already seen enough to be like, okay, this is definitely working. Because as I said, like for an example, I know Mike, hold on, baby. He never been able to, like, he's always squatted or sat in a chair. Never in his life has he been able to actually just sit down, like Indian style, or be able to kneel down or any of that. Well, I have video, if you go look on my profile. If I still have it on here, because I had downloaded it from my TikTok, which I think I do, I'll try to remember to add it after this, and then hopefully I'll end the video or share the donation thing and all that. Anyways, on the video, you will see him clearly kneeling. I wish that I would have been able to, like, if I would have known that was happening, I would have filmed it before. I'd have been like, oh my God, he's going to do it, but he's never done this. So that's the reason why I didn't get it. However, he's not been able to do it since because of the fact, like I said, when you're on the program, it helps to regain his strength, this, that, and the other, and do things he hasn't done before, like that, where he was actually kneeling down and he gets up. So you do see that part. Like I said, you can't sit there and reverse something if it's genetic or whatever other excuse that they were given back then. That's not the truth. I know it hasn't been genetic because, like we said, none of our family members has been like this. So why, anyway, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just, again, trying to make things aware and all of that as well. If you have your stories and you would like to share yours, or you're doing the same type of thing, even if it's with the same program, different program, it don't matter. Please leave a comment so we can help work with each other, help others, because maybe they don't like the path that I'm doing. Maybe they're like, oh, that's not for us. But then what you're doing might be more what they need. So we all need to be working together. And so, like I said, please leave a comment. Definitely share your path, share what you're doing, share your program, share anything that you're doing. And it doesn't matter if it's for special needs, autism, any type of disability, anything, share it with us. And like I said, I am sure somebody is seeking it, and it will definitely be helpful, way more than you know. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now. Like I said, I'm going to be making videos like this. I apologize. I would be doing more focused videos, but everything's in a hurry right now. It's just pretty much just, get this. I still got to finish the Halloween bags. That was upsetting too. I had a cauldron and everything, and it had little toys and stuff in it. I can guarantee, because the vibe that I was feeling that night, I was like, something don't feel right. And the way that the guy was responding, I think he intentionally basically messed up my order, canceled, and that kind of stuff, because I never canceled it. And even the person said, when I checked up on it tonight, they were like, some reason it was on our end to why it got canceled. Anyways, it's a long story for that. Just somebody that's unhappy and taking their anger out and, that kind of thing. So, anyway, we're just watching the world fall apart together, including myself. I love stability, I do. But is there really such a thing as stability? Really? There's always been something out there. I think it's just we're more focused, hyper-focused, and not glorifying, but just really hyper-focused on things like that happening right now. And it's not helping anybody or anything, so I don't know. But anyway, that's just my opinions. We all have an opinion. We all have feelings. You might not like anything that I said in this video, and you might have to comment in the video or on the comment and say, hey, I don't like what you said. It is what it is. We all feel the way we do. So, anyways, yeah, I just needed to share a little bit of that. And like I said, there's going to be more stories. There's going to be a lot more things coming. A lot more videos, newer videos is what I'm hoping to start doing. I'm hoping very soon, like I said, because once I can get focused and get in that kitchen twice a day or 3 times, however many times I need. What I am going to try to do too, though, for the time being, is I'm going to also try to prepare like so many meals ahead of time, freeze them, and then pull them out and heat them and eat them. At least that's much better than having to use any preservatives and this, that, and the other. Yes, it does lose some nutrients and this, that, and the other, but it is way healthier than grabbing at chips or anything like that. So not only am I trying to lose this weight, but I'm trying to get my health back in order and all of that as well. I've never been this unhealthy in my life. I've never been this unhappy in my life. I mean, I was unhappy growing up for different things, but anyways, that's not anybody's fault. That's just how things are. Anyway, I will be back with more videos, like I'm saying. So definitely keep an eye out, and hopefully anything that I share is helpful or anything in any way. Because like I said, I'm just saying it all, you know, and I will try to share video proof and stuff along the way as much as I can. Like I said, like him kneeling and everything in that video. And there's, you know, you just can't do that. You just can't reverse being able to never do something like that to all of a sudden just randomly doing it. Oh, he just got older, so, you know, even though, you know, he could have been doing that his whole time, but he just randomly started doing it. It's been because of the program. And like I said, if you look at the pictures before, and I'll try to reshare them maybe in this video too, of him where we're having to hold him and all that. In fact, instead of me explaining it now, let me explain it with the pictures and all that right now. Oh, he was such a cutie. But it does look like he appears to have eye contact, right? Look at the action that I'm doing in these pictures. Take a moment to pause the video and read what this says. I'm not sure if you noticed, but did you notice he's wearing the same shirt? All those pictures were the same day, December 22nd, 2011. So he would have been either 11 or 12 years old there. When you see pictures of him younger, you don't see us having to hold him like that. However, at certain ages, like I said, we did have to make sounds and silly noises and things like that to get his attention to look at the camera. And he would be smiling and laughing. But you can see how skinny and frail and how sickly he was looking as well. Imagine not being able to take family pictures with your child like this. In this picture, if I'm correct, this is when I had also delayed those jabs, and he was able to come kind of back to life a little bit, I guess you could say. As you can see, he was very alert, very happy, you know, things like that as well. I do have posts with this picture and some other ones in the video and everything. Not this video that's coming up, but so therefore you can see and can compare some differences of ages with him. So you can see the progression and the regression in the years of giving and complying to give the jabs and everything as well. Alright, so the video that is coming up, that's going to be, like I said, where he was kneeling. And he's never in his lifetime has ever been able to kneel. He has not had the coordination, the strength, or anything to be able to do this. The only way that he was able to do this is because of the Naturally Recovering Autism program that we are doing. Excuse my voice. It does not sound like me. I am extremely thrilled and shocked and so many emotions at once. This is the first time that my little man is on his knees. I've never seen that. Oh, that my boy, he gets some better coordination, huh? Look at that. He always had to squat. He's never, ever, and I'm serious, everybody, never, ever, ever, ever has been on his knees. He's always squatted. Wow. That's amazing progress. How did that feel, baby? Huh? How did that feel, little man? Wow. He's never done that. Y'all, this is the time that we really need to be standing up and speaking our awarenesses, our truths, and things like that. While everything's happening the way that it is, all these changes and everything, like, this is the time to do so. If we don't voice our opinions and make things aware and try to keep everything private and hush-hush and all this other aspects and stuff, we're not helping each other. We're actually hindering and making things worse, is how I see it. Maybe you don't see it that way. Maybe you see it other ways. Share your ways, how you see this. But I do feel that we're finally getting in time now where there's other people, not just me, trying to make awarenesses and stuff. There's others out here that are trying to make awarenesses of what their injuries are and what they're going through and how they're trying to recover and how, we need to come together. We need to keep spreading these awarenesses. Like I said, this is not a time to keep being silenced and hushed and all of that because of reputations or whatever the reasonings are. Whoever your tribe is going to resonate with you regardless if they do or if they don't. The way that I was going about with my videos, I might lose people right now from making these type of videos, but I will be getting hopefully the right ones that do understand, that do want to share their love and their support and help to spread awareness and stuff, and maybe even help us out as well, in the process. But if not, at least help spread this awareness that we're trying to do. Like, hey, recovering can happen. Thank goodness that so many people are standing up now. They're like, I'm not injuring my child. We didn't have this awareness back then. I wish we did. My intuition said otherwise, but there was no, at the time, I don't think they had affidavits to waive the immunizations and all that kind of stuff at the time, especially my time in the 80s, because I was born in 82. So with my son, he was born in 99. It was like a few years just before, because I think Jenny McCarthy came out 2002, 2004, somewhere around in there. He was born in 99. So while this was happening and people were trying to make things aware, it was still like even though I was experiencing it myself, I still didn't comprehend and understand what was going on. Please be on the lookout. There is many more of these videos to come. They're just going to be different. It's going to be different things that I will be thinking of, pretty much like in this video that just comes to mind, and I need to make aware, and we'll go from there, including whatever comments that you leave. I will try to answer them in the videos and on the comments as best as I can. Thank you so much, everybody, with your love and support. I'm sending you much love, gratitude, and thanks.